11 years without playing a professional match, 46 years old, 1 Ballon d'Or, 1 World Cup title, and a career that seemed to have closed a very long time ago. But Ronaldinho has just put the number 10 shirt back on. And this time, the stage is not Camp Nou, San Siro, or an exhibition match. It is Ravenna, a club in Italy's Serie C. And the goal being discussed sounds almost impossible to believe. One more goal, the final goal. Ronaldinho has even spoken about reaching the milestone of 300 career goals. But one detail makes this story completely different from a normal comeback. Although Ravenna have registered him as a player, Ronaldinho himself still has not confirmed when he will actually appear in an official match. So are Ravenna signing a player or building an entire project around an icon? How serious is Ronaldinho about returning to competitive football? And why has a third-tier Italian club become the place where one of the most famous number 10s in history has chosen to reopen a door that seemed locked for more than a decade? To understand it, we have to go back to June 23, 2026. Ravenna FC made an official announcement. Ronaldinho was joining the club and would be registered as a player, not as an ambassador, not merely as a promotional face, not for a one-off friendly built around nostalgia. Ravenna also stated very clearly that Ronaldinho's goal was to score the final professional goal of his career in the club's shirt. The number 10 shirt was prepared, Ronaldinho's image became part of the club's new project, and a story that seemed to belong entirely to the past suddenly returned to the present. But that was only the beginning. Ronaldinho is now 46. His last professional match came in 2015 with Fluminense. Before that was a career in which almost every major milestone had already been achieved. The 2002 World Cup with Brazil, the 2005 Ballon d'Or, the Champions League with Barcelona, and then his years at AC Milan. For a club like Ravenna, Ronaldinho does not bring only a few minutes on the pitch. He brings something many lower division clubs could almost never buy in the normal way: global attention. And that effect appeared immediately when he arrived in Italy on August 20th. Supporters waited at the airport. A major event was then held on the Ravenna coast. The number 10 shirt appeared again. A city that normally sits far from the center of the world football map was suddenly being discussed because of one name. Think about it. If Ravenna sign a good Serie C player, they may become stronger. But when Ravenna signed Ronaldinho, they instantly become a story that fans from Brazil, Spain, Italy, and Asia all want to follow. That is the value of this deal. But this is also where the first controversy appears. Is this only marketing? It is a completely reasonable question. Ronaldinho is 46. He has been away from professional football for more than a decade. Ravenna are also developing merchandise, imagery, and an entire campaign built around the R10 brand. For any club, that level of attention carries enormous commercial value. But Ravenna have repeatedly rejected the idea that this is only a show. The club's official announcement stressed that Ronaldinho would be registered as a player. Cipriani also described the objective as romantic, to give Ronaldinho the chance to try to score the final goal of his career. And this is where the story becomes even more interesting. Ronaldinho has never said that he will immediately become a regular player. During his unveiling in Italy, when asked whether fans would really see him play, he did not give a specific timetable. He said the decision would depend on the coach and the club. He said he felt fit, wanted to help his teammates win, and that reaching a 300th goal would make it even more special. Club owner Cipriani later also confirmed that Ronaldinho would not play in the Serie C opener against Reggiana. What has been confirmed more clearly is that Ronaldinho's role goes beyond the pitch. Reuters reported that he is also involved with Ravenna as an investor. That turns this move from an individual comeback into part of a broader club project. From that point, the story is no longer simply, will Ronaldinho score one more goal? Ravenna want to grow. Cipriani wants to take his hometown club to a bigger level. The club have brought Arietto Breda, a figure who spent many years working at AC Milan, into the management structure. They are also building a new image, expanding their commercial reach and trying to turn Ravenna into a name capable of moving beyond the limits of Serie C. Ronaldinho is the most powerful catalyst for that plan. From a sporting perspective, nobody can say how much he will contribute, but from an image and visibility perspective, the impact arrived before his first minute on the pitch. Fans gathered to welcome him, international media covered the story, R10 shirts went on sale in the official store, and Ravenna gained something a third-tier club would normally need years to build: global recognition. But there is a harder question. What if Ronaldinho never actually plays an official match? In that case, the story will inevitably be viewed differently. Claims that this is more than marketing will remain remain under intense scrutiny. On the other hand, if Ronaldinho simply steps onto the pitch in a Serie C match, the entire project immediately takes on a different symbolic value. And if he scores, the story becomes even bigger. Not because one Serie C goal could ever compare with what Ronaldinho achieved at the World Cup or in the Champions League, but because it would come more than a decade after the last time he played professional football. An almost complete circle, from the iconic number 10 of world football to a 46-year-old player trying to find one final goal at a small club in northern Italy. Perhaps that is the most compelling part of this story. Elite football is usually told through trophies, enormous contracts, and records. But Ronaldinho's return is being built around something much simpler: the feeling of touching the ball one more time, wearing the number 10 shirt one more time, and, if everything goes perfectly, celebrating one more goal. From here, there are three realistic possibilities. Ronaldinho may appear only for a very limited number of minutes. Ravenna may choose an appropriate moment to give him an official appearance. Or the on-field plan may change if his physical condition and sporting decisions do not allow it. What cannot be done right now is to guarantee a debut date, a number of minutes, or that goal number 300 will definitely happen. Ravenna have opened the door. Ronaldinho has stepped back into the dressing room, but the final part of the story has not yet been written. So if you had to choose between two ways of seeing it, which side would you take? Is this a genuine football comeback for Ronaldinho, or an extremely smart image project by Ravenna, with a few minutes on the pitch simply being the most beautiful part of the story? Whatever the answer, one thing has already happened. More than 10 years after his last professional match, Ronaldinho has made the whole world ask the same question again. When will that number 10 step onto the pitch? And if that moment comes, everyone will be waiting to see whether one final touch of the ball can become one final goal. So which do you choose? A real comeback or a brilliant image-driven signing? Leave your opinion in the comments and subscribe if you want to follow this final chapter of Ronaldinho's story.